Welcome back. It is the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and it is time to talk some Wimmera football with Chris Graetz. Great to have you with us again, Chris. How are you getting on?
Thank you. Yeah, it's great to be here. Yeah, everything's going good. As you know, we released Wimmera Mallee Sport 2 weeks ago, so I'm busy heading that up at the moment. So everything's going good. How's everything going with you?
Very well indeed. How's the mood over in the Wimmera area with regards to footy being back on? Everyone must be up and about, surely.
Oh, yeah, everyone is excited, mate. Everyone's good to go. Everyone I've spoken to can't wait to get out there, especially with the debut of the Thunder.
Yes, the Southern Mallee Thunder. It's going to be interesting to see how they get on. And perhaps we'll chat about that as well a little later on in the segment. But as for now, let's take a look at round one. It is upon us, and we'll see Minyip Matoa hosting Nil in one of the games in round one tomorrow. How do you see it going, Chris?
Yes, both teams have new coaches this year. Minyip Matoa has Gareth Hose coming over. He's had a year off and he coached Narrabri Quantum for a few years. And Neil have Jake McQueen, who played VFL for Essendon. So the Boroughs have actually recruited to strengthen their midfield. So they've brought in Ben McIntyre and Tim McIntyre from Edenhope Apsley. And, yeah, I've got the Boroughs winning this match, I believe. Neil, yeah, they've done well in the recruits. They've got Dylan Ridden and Peter Politis here, and they've also got Daniel Batson from the Storm from last year. So I'd say Minyip will win this game. All
right, Horsham are at home to stall. The Sainers, they'll be wanting to get off to a good start in front of their home fans, Chris.
Oh, 100%. This will be a cracker of a match. As you know, the Saints last year were the big improvers, and the Stall are going to be the big improvers this year with the recruits they've brought in. So for the Saints, they've got Nathan Koenig, who's come across from Nadimuck. They've got Frederick Frew from Pimpanayo. Corey Morgan has come across from Minyip Matoa. They've got Alexander McRae, who's the former assistant coach with them. He's come back from Kalkee. And they've actually got a young Stall kid in Bailey Taylor, who will be playing against his former team. Stall, well, yeah, they've recruited really well, and as you know, they beat Ararat on Good Friday. Stall has Mitch Taylor from Darwin. He's a key position back, and he was brilliant on Good Friday. They've got Cody Driscoll, who's a two-time league goal scorer, so he's back at the club. They've brought in Ash Driscoll, Josh Folks, who's a ruckman, and Jacob Welsh, a midfielder. So this is a cracking game based on Good Friday. I'd say Stall will be winning this match.
There we have it. Well, you mentioned Ararat, the reigning premiers. They've got the Horsham Demons. They'll be looking to bounce back.
They will, and it won't be an easy task for them either. The Demons have brought back Geordie Burke as coach, and he's always been a good coach for them. And they've brought in Jasper and Harvey Gunn from Kalkee. They brought in Corey Williams, Hugo Pats, Matt Long from Bendigo. But the biggest name for them is Ryan Kemp. Kemp is back with the club, and he's a Toohey medalist in the past. So they're not going to be easy, but I'd say Ararat on their home ground will get the chocolates. They've got Sam Cronin, Xavier back at the club, and they've recruited Ben McKenzie from Watsonia in the Northern Football Netball League. So I'd say Ararat will bounce back, but it'll be close.
All right, before we get on to the last game, why don't you just tell us about Dimboola, because they've got the bye. How are they looking in 2024?
Dimboola, they're my tips to be in the grand final. I think they're going to be really strong this year. The biggest recruit they've had in some time is Andrew Moore, former AFL player for Port Adelaide and Richmond. He was playing in the SANFL last year, so he's their biggest recruit. But they've also brought in Jackson Calder. He's a 6'4" key forward from Mornington, and he's just going to strengthen their forward line. And yeah, with Maud through the midfield and Calder up forward, and they've also got Dylan Lance coming back, who tore up in the Northern Territory over summer, tore up the league there. Yeah, they're looking really, really strong.
Chris, often we talk about the fact that in country leagues we sort of have these novelty one-off signings of, you know, your Ackermanisses and your Favolas and whatever, but Andrew Moore, he's still coming to this league at a very ripe age, just 32, a very prized recruit.
Oh, yeah. It's a massive recruit for them. As you said, he's 32, so he's got plenty of football left, and he was solid in the SANFL last year, so yeah, to have him all year is a big, big coup for them.
All right, on to the final game in round one, and that is the Southern Mallee Thunder. They're taking on the Warwick Eagles. A very exciting event, given that it's the inaugural game of the Southern Mallee Thunder. I guess the question becomes, before you sort of give us your summary of how you think it's going to go, how do you feel about the new chapter of this new club? Do you feel as though there's enough momentum there for them to be around for a very long time, and hopefully, you know, everything that they've tried to put in the works there as far as having stable juniors go, do you think it's going to pay off for them?
100%. There's now 4 towns involved in the one club, and they've got the juniors, they've got both, they'll have the under-17s, they've got a lot of kids, and they've got a strong team from both the Storm and the Giants. They've got returning players, but yeah, it's great they did what they had to do for junior football, and it's great, and they're going to be one of the powerhouses this year, and there's no problem about the supporter base. Everyone's around them, and they're going to be one of the strongest teams off the field and on the field for quite some time, I would have thought.
Well, given the, historical significance of this game for the Southern Mallee Thunder, do you feel as though they'll have 19 players on the field in effect against Warwick?
Yeah, pretty much. We look at their team from last year. From the Storm, they've got Nicky Aaron, they've got Tom Clark, they've got Trent Burgoyne, Xavier Oakley, Peter Weir. And from the Giants, they've got Rupert Sangster, Jack Garvey, Billy Lloyd, Angus McSween, Leah Nelson, and obviously their coach, Kieran Delahunty. So you've got 9 strong names there, and anyone else there putting around it. So, yeah, they're strong.
Well, we better find out how you see this game going. So, Warwick Eagles, do you feel they're a chance, and how do you think they'll get on in 2024, Chris?
Well, they've brought in Matt Walder as coach, and he coached Ararat to the flag last year, and the last time the Eagles won the premiership in 2002, Walder was coaching them. They will improve this year, but they won't improve enough. They actually have 5 strong recruits from South Australia. So Kyle Cheney is returning, but they've also brought in Jake Hellmans, who's a midfield forward, Tyson Hunt, a key backman, Jai Kovitsis and John Martin, who are midfielders, and Matt Chock Durang, who's a ruckman, and they're all from Adelaide. So they've brought in some big-bodied players, which will help them. I expect the Thunder to win comfortably tomorrow, but the Eagles, there's a lot to like about them this year, and everyone in Warwick should be pumped because I'd say they're going to win a couple games.
All right, well, Chris Graetz, that's where we'll leave it. Great to chat with you, and enjoy the footy. We'll speak again next week.
No worries. Thank you. I'll speak to you next week.